Hey folks, Crazyclimber80 here again, and we're going to look at another game show, and this is called Double Dare. This is not to be confused with the kids' stunt show from the 80s and 90s and other revivals. No, this is Double Dare from 1976 to 1977, hosted by Alex Trebek, and it ran on CBS Daytime. Let's look at some information about the show. The show ran on CBS from December 3, 1976 to April 29, 1977. It was 96 episodes. It aired at times before and at times after The Price is Right. It replaced Gambit and was replaced by Here's Lucy reruns. It aired somewhere in between 10 to 11 in the morning, I believe. The theme was done by Ed Kalehoff and Score Productions and was later reused in Card Sharks. The host was Alex Trebek. The announcers were Gene Wood and Johnny Olson. The show's creator was Jay Wolpert. Directors were Mark Breslow and Paul Alter. Producer was Jonathan Goodson, Mark Goodson's son. Production company was Mark Goodson, Bill Todman Production. Filmed at CBS Television Studios in Hollywood. Distributor was Fremantle, and Alex Trebek's wardrobe was by Haute Reeve.
Take a risk. Take a chance. Take a dare. Play the game of Double Dare. With the host of Double Dare, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to our game of knowledge and nerve, Double Dare. Just in case we get a little pressed for time later on, I want to take a moment right now to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. I hope this holiday season brings you much happiness, much joy, and much peace. And I hope the next half hour brings you many enjoyable moments. Let's go to work and introduce our players.
First, here's our returning champion, Roger Hack.
Hi, Roger.
Now here's how the game was played. There were two contestants in isolation booths. A subject was given to the audience to see. Then Alex would announce to the contestants if it were person, thing, place, whatever. Then the first clue would be revealed, and there were up to 10 for that subject. If a contestant buzzed in, the other contestant was sealed off, so they couldn't hear the answer. If the buzz-in contestant was right, they won $50. If they missed, their booth was closed off, and the opponent got to see the next clue. If that contestant couldn't get it, both booths opened and the next clue was given. If neither buzzed in, the next clue was shown.
And to begin, we will show the home audience the correct answer in our first subject. Here it is. Take a look. And players, the first subject is a person. As you know, we're going to be showing you clues one at a time. They get easier as we go along. The first player to buzz in with the right answer will win $50 and the right to make a dare. Here is clue number 1. To advertise his performances, he once had each letter of his name painted on the heads of 7 bald men. Clue number 2. Surprisingly, driving made him nervous, and he was rarely seen behind the wheel. Clue number 3. His line of work sometimes necessitated stripping nude for inspection. Next, his denunciation of spiritualism ended his friendship with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. That was our champion's buzzer. His opponent's booth is sealed off. He can't see or hear us. Gary, what's the answer?
Harry Houdini.
Harry Houdini is right. You have earned the first money in this game. You've got $50. The subject is a person. Clue number 1. Let's look at it. He said, I reserve the right to be the only psychotic on the set. Gary James has buzzed in. What's the answer?
Oscar Levant.
Oscar Levant is incorrect. So we close you off for now, and we bring Joel back. Let's bring Joel back. Gary gave us a wrong answer, so you have the bonus of the penalty clue and a free guess. Here it is. He received the Oscar for the cartoon short, The Critic. Do you have an answer for me, Joel?
Gary Trudeau.
No, that is wrong. Okay, the advantage you have over Gary is that he will never get a look at that clue. Let's bring Gary back. Still no correct answer, so we're going on. Let's look at the next clue. Clue number 3. The New York Times called him America's patron saint of going too far. Next clue. He got his start in television as a $50 a week gag man for Sid Caesar. Joel's buzzer sealed Gary's booth. And the answer, Joel?
Mel Brooks.
You are right for $50.
A correct answer on a buzz-in let that contestant see the next clue and choose if they wanted to dare the opponent to answer. If the opponent missed, then the contestant that dared won $100. If the opponent got it correct, then that opponent won $50, the opponent that was dared. A successful daring player got a chance at a double dare with the next clue. A double dare was $200 for the darer or $100 for the contestant that was dared.
Notice how serious our contestants are? He banned miniskirts and long hair during his administration. And that's Chuck's buzzer sealing Roger's booth. What's the answer?
Lester Maddox.
You're right. Okay, $50, you're off and running. Nice going. We're in the dare situation right now, Chuck. I want you to take a look at this next clue, and then we'll ask you to make a decision. He used to sing God Bless America on the state capitol steps 2 Wednesdays a month.
I'll take that dare.
Take the dare and show it to Roger. Let's bring Roger back in. Chuck came up with the right answer. He's leading with $50 right now, Roger. He has taken the dare. You've got 5 seconds to look at this clue. If you get the right answer, then it's tied. What is your answer?
George Wallace.
You are wrong, so we close your booth and we give Chuck $100. You're up to $150, and it's double dare time. And double dare means exactly that, a chance to pick up twice as much money. Instead of $100, $200 if you take the double dare and Roger does not get the answer. Let's look at the clue. His fried chicken restaurant, the Pickrick, made national headlines in 1964. That's the double dare clue. If you give it to Roger and he doesn't get it, another $200 for you.
I'm crazy, but I'm going to try it.
I don't know if that's so crazy. Let's bring Roger back in. Chuck has taken the double dare. Here's the clue for you, Roger. An answer, please.
It's the governor of Georgia, Mannix.
I think our buzzer beat you. I'm sorry, Roger. You didn't get it in time. That's $200 more for Chuck, taking him to $350. Okay. Roger, a judgment call that went against you there. I'm sorry. You were in the right area with the governor of Georgia, but that could have been the present governor, and you didn't get it. Our buzzer cut you off.
A new subject was started if a player correctly guessed the subject but didn't dare, a player elected not to double dare, a dared player guessed the subject, a double dare was played, or neither player guessed the subject after 10 clues. 500 or more won, and the winner played a bonus game. Well, here's the bonus game. 3 spoilers, as they were called, or doctors with PhDs, rather bright individuals, were in 3 isolation booths. A board showed 8 clues numbered 1 through 8, and a subject. The contestant picked 1 clue at a time and could choose not to show it to the spoilers, it might be too easy a clue, or to allow it to be given to all the spoilers. As long as at least 1 spoiler missed, the contestant was still alive. If 10 misses were given, or all remaining clues were given, and at least 1 spoiler hadn't guessed the subject, the contestant won $5,000. Up to 4 passes, which meant the clue would not be shown to the spoilers, were allowed. A spoiler won $100 if they guessed correctly. $100 was won for the contestant for each time a spoiler missed.
Welcome back to Double Dare. Our champion is Marvin Shinkman with $6,950, and now going for $5,000 against the spoilers. Let's bring them back. Now the folks are booing. All right, we have already introduced them on this program, so let's shut them off right now so they can't hear us. They did use some bad turns the last round. Let's see if you can go all the way this time and pick up the $5,000. We'll look at the board, and at the top we find this as the correct answer. New Orleans, a place. Good luck.
Number 1.
Starting at 1 again. A visitor can see Louis Armstrong's first horn at this city's jazz museum.
No, I'll pass that one.
1 pass used. Select another clue.
Number 2.
This city's famous Mardi Gras was started 200 years ago by the mystic crew of Comus Club.
No, I gotta pass that one also.
Okay.
Number 5.
Bienville, the city's founder, called it a pest hole swamp fit only for alligators, mosquitoes, and snakes.
Go.
Go with that one. All right. Spoilers. The subject is a place. Here is the first clue. Bienville, the city's founder, called it a pest hole swamp fit only for alligators, mosquitoes, and snakes. Dr. Zemmerin.
Paris.
Wrong. $100 for you, Marvin. Dr. Train. Spoiler number 2.
Cairo?
Wrong. Dr. Doty. Spoiler number 3.
Sounds like Washington, D.C.
It is not. No. Interesting, the 3 different cities we got there. All right, pick another.
Number 4.
One of this city's big bargains is its nickel payphone call.
Go. Give it to him.
Okay? All right, spoilers, here's the next clue. One of this city's big bargains is its nickel payphone calls. Dr. Zemmerin. 3.
London.
Wrong. Another 100. Dr. Train. Spoiler number 2.
Baghdad.
Wrong. Spoiler number 3. Let's go to Dr. Doty now. Your answer.
New Orleans.
Dr. Doty, you're right. You can always tell when you're right because the audience boos a little louder. It's okay, Marvin. You've got $500, and we still have 2 spoilers left, and you've given away 2 clues, so select another.
Number 7.
Among its many culinary delights are breakfast at Brennan's and oysters Rockefeller at Antoine's.
I'm gonna give it a try. Let's try that one. I think I can sneak it by.
I don't want to worry you, but you're in the front row is having palpitations over your decision. Let's see if it works. Spoilers, here is the next clue. Among its many culinary delights are breakfast at Brennan's and oysters Rockefeller at Antoine's. Dr. Zemmerin.
New Orleans.
You are correct, and you have just won $100. Now let's go to Dr. Trains. Your answer.
New Orleans.
Another 100 for you, Doctor. Congratulations, spoilers. That's twice they did it to you today, but you managed to nibble $500 out of our cash box, and that brings you to $7,450. Let's say goodbye to the spoilers. $13,650 in winnings on Double Dare for this lady. And a chance to get close to $19,000 right now against the spoilers. Here we go. Our PhDs. Spoiler number 1, Dr. Ralph Doty. Spoiler number 2, Dr. Bradford Burns. And spoiler number 3 is Dr. Sharon Clark. Let's shut them off now so they can't hear us. And we go to this board and look at the top to find the correct answer. Wolfgang Mozart. Person. Famous person. Pick a clue.
Number 4.
Although he was idolized in Prague, when he died in Vienna, he was given a pauper's funeral in an unmarked grave.
I think I'm going to give that one.
I think that clue is ambiguous enough to stump them. Let's see. Spoilers. The subject is a person, and here is your first clue. Although he was idolized in Prague, when he died in Vienna, he was given a pauper's funeral in an unmarked grave. Dr. Doty?
Mozart.
You deleted expletive. $100 for you. Let's go to Dr. Burns. Your answer.
Young.
Wrong. Let's go to Dr. Clark. Your answer.
Kafka.
Wrong. Well, you got Dr. Doty out of the way early. You've got $200. Pick another clue.
7.
7. He said of the 17-year-old Beethoven, someday he will give the world something to talk about.
That really pinpoints his time. Okay, I'll give it.
All right. Spoilers? Here's your next clue. He said of the 17-year-old Beethoven, someday he will give the world something to talk about. Dr. Burns. Hurry.
Schubert.
Wrong. Let's go to Dr. Clark. Spoiler number 3.
Bach.
Pardon?
Bach.
Wrong. Think she's going to make it, Dr. Doty?
It's a little early to bet, Alex.
Okay. Pick another clue.
Number 2.
Number 2. He doesn't like to go against the other spoilers. Ludwig Köchel cataloged all this man's works, listing them in chronological order. Or Kerschel.
You give that
I think you may have, well, let's see. Spoilers? Ludwig Köchel cataloged all this man's works, listing them in chronological order. Dr. Burns, we'll hear from you first.
Haydn.
Wrong. Dr. Clark, your answer, please.
Haydn.
Wrong. Okay, giving away 3. All you've got to do is get one more. Buy one spoiler, and you'll take that $600 and convert it into $5,000. Select a clue.
one. Number 5.
Number 5. He is associated with works known popularly as the Jupiter, the Linz, and the Prague.
I'll pass on that
Okay, well, past that. You've used 1 pass. You've got 3 more to go on those, and just 1 more clue to give away.
one. Number 3.
3 it is. The title of his light-hearted opera Così fan tutti has been translated as All Females Make Like That.
No. I'll pass.
No, that's a pass. Another clue.
Number 1.
1. His wife Constance accused a rival of his, Salieri, of poisoning him and causing his death.
Okay, I'll give that one.
Okay, good luck. Possible $5,000 for you right here. Spoilers. Your final clue. His wife Constance accused a rival of his, Salieri, of poisoning him and causing his death. Dr. Burns.
Scarlatti.
Wrong. Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and $5,000 for the champ. Aren't you glad you didn't bet, Dr. Doty?
Yes.
All right, you've got $18,650, and you get to continue as our champion. So off you...
Some final thoughts on Double Dare. I really like this show. Episodes straddled. It was possible for an episode to play out and no spoiler game played. There could be a really tight match with very small increments of money one at a time. Actress Markie Post from Night Court and The Fall Guy was an assistant producer on Double Dare and also worked on other Goodson Todman shows. Alex Trebek was Canadian. He was born in Ontario. He was a naturalized U.S. citizen in 1989. He was in between High Rollers series from 1974 to 76. Then he did Double Dare, and then afterwards, 1978 to 1980, with High Rollers again. Alex had previously hosted The Wizard of Odds and High Rollers. All episodes are known to still exist of Double Dare. Losing contestants still kept whatever money they won during a game, and they got some consolation prizes as well. At some point in the series, I don't think it was throughout the series, the contestant might have just needed 4 used clues to beat the spoilers and win the 5,000. Some clues in the game, in the main game, were purposely silly or risque. Let's see some of them right here.
50-50 tie. Our champion and our challenger. As we go to this subject, it is a thing. And here's the answer. And here is the first clue. The more horizontal this thing is kept while in action, the more likely you'll get what you're after. Number 2. In the film Walkabout, the lead male straps one against his thigh with his loincloth. Next clue. To use one properly, grip it firmly with 3 fingers at the curve near the tip. Number 4. If yours weighs more than 8 ounces, don't expect it to arc back after you've used it. John?
A bow.
Wrong.
Well, I thank you very much for watching my tribute to Double Dare from 1976 to 77. I thought it was a very good show for its time. It might not quite work in today's game show revivals. It might be a little too cerebral for some. But I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later with my next video. Take it away, Alex.
All right, folks, we are out of time in more ways than one on Double Dare. This was our final program in the Double Dare series, and it was agreed before we started this last game, and our contestants knew about it, that whoever was leading when time ran out would wind up winning $5,000. So that's John Maloney, who gets $5,400. But the big winner, of course, this week on Double Dare is Eileen Heffley. She won $200, and that means she leaves us with $18,860. So congratulations and good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know when or where we will get together again, but until we do, please take care, stay well. So long, and thank you.
Today's consolation. This is Gene Wood speaking for Double Dare. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for The Price is Right, next over most of the CBS stations.